I ain't saying not even just that. It's like say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Yeah, anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no. The word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you.
She also admitted that the boy isn't walking or talking yet.
Like, I can't wait when my son start walking and talking. I'm gonna just be like, exactly.
Like I told y'all.
I said, nah, I told y'all. He told y'all. Shoot, I was just relaying the message. It's like one of those.
Christian just lost it completely. And somehow, the whole situation spiraled into something nobody expected. Blueface's mom getting arrested right inside a hospital. What started as a tense family issue turned into straight chaos when Carissa allegedly took Junior and rushed him to see a specialist without getting Christian's permission first. Instead of letting it go, Christian pulled up right behind them, made a huge scene, and even called the police on her. That decision ended with Carissa being dragged out in handcuffs, now facing serious kidnapping charges, and people online are shook at how fast everything escalated. But here's the thing. Carissa didn't just wake up one day and act reckless for no reason. This whole mess came right after Christian publicly brushed off what doctors had been saying about her son. And that's what really made people start paying attention. Christian straight up admitted that her child still isn't walking or talking yet, but at the same time, kept insisting nothing was wrong with him, like everything was perfectly normal.
And here we go, trying to put some more stuff on him. Like, we ain't all watch you, see you, and know exactly what happened. We ain't dumb. We know hernias and cleft foots and different problems like that. We know what that come from. We got kids. They tell us when we pregnant what to do, what not to do, what can happen, what cannot happen, all of that. John already got 2 kids and they came out perfectly fine. No issues at all. So to be saying that the pregnancy and the this and the that, we watched it on TV. We watched it. I don't know how we was able to watch it legally, but we all watched that shit legally.
That moment had people online going crazy because it didn't sit right with a lot of folks. And that's exactly what allegedly pushed Carissa over the edge. She felt like nobody was stepping in, so she took matters into her own hands, even if it meant risking everything she had. Now, the internet is split right down the middle. Some people are saying Carissa crossed a dangerous line and had no right to take that child, while others are side-eyeing the whole situation and questioning what's really been going on behind closed doors with Junior. At this point, it's starting to look like Christian is willing to go to extreme lengths to stop Junior from getting medical attention. Because getting someone arrested in a hospital over this is wild, no matter how you look at it. And yeah, Carissa allegedly taking Junior without permission is serious. Nobody's denying that. But a lot of fans are saying they understand why she did it, especially since Junior doesn't seem to be improving, and it's been almost 3 years now. And let's be real, Carissa didn't just randomly take Junior out of nowhere. From what's being said, she acted because it became clear that Christian wasn't taking his health seriously and wasn't planning to either. In a recent interview, Christian admitted that doctors told her Junior has a disability, but she brushed it off completely and acted like they were just coming for her child for no reason. Christian said, "My son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth." She also doubled down by saying, "If I said he had a disability, then but it's like, don't tell me I ain't saying. If someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro." Then she even brought religion into it, saying, "God says what God says. I don't have to accept what you..." And that right there had people even more concerned. At the same time, Christian admitted she's still waiting for the moment her son starts walking and talking, saying, like, "I can't wait when my son start walking and talking. I'm going just be like, exactly, I told you." And people listening were like, Wait, what? Because that's not just positivity. That's starting to sound like straight denial. Look, speaking life into your child is one thing. Every parent does that. But ignoring serious concerns is a whole different situation. A 3-year-old not walking or talking is a major red flag, and people are worried because it looks like he's not getting the help he might actually need. And this isn't even new behavior either. People remember when Chrisean tried to make it look like Junior was already walking by, propping him up against her legs for videos. And that had folks raising eyebrows way before all this drama even happened. After that interview, fans went off in the comments. One person said, "The fact ain't nobody came and saved that child yet is crazy. That baby almost 3, can't walk or talk, and meows like a cat. He barely has any motor skills and can hardly hold his own head up as if he's a newborn." And while that comment was harsh, it shows just how concerned people really are. Then Chrisean tried to do damage control by posting a video of them going to the park. In the clip, Chrisean told Junior, "Can I get a kiss? You love your mommy. Love you too. You want to get down, huh? Come on, let's go walk. We're gonna walk in the park." But instead of calming people down, it actually made things worse because folks felt like she was trying to prove something that wasn't there. And that was the final straw for Carissa. She went off online, accusing Chrisean of not just mishandling the situation, but actively stopping people from helping Junior. Carissa wrote, "He has several disabilities, and I told John not to agree with you and this Willy Wonka BS. The revelation he gave you was not the smoke or drink during your pregnancy, and you ignored it. Now stop this BS." She didn't hold back at all. She kept going too, saying, "God gave us doctors, lawyers, and family to help us. When you sick, you take yourself to the doctor. And when you was fighting your cases, you used a lawyer. These games must stop, and your fan base is responsible. Faith without works is dead. Now stop this ish." And honestly, that message hit hard because she was calling out everything directly. Then Carissa dropped even more claims, saying Chrisean had originally told Blueface she wasn't even going to keep the baby. She said, "John didn't even know she was keeping her baby all the way to the 5th month. She said she was aborting. Please stop acting dumb." She even added that when doctors informed Chrisean about possible disabilities during pregnancy, she ignored it completely. Carissa said, "When them doctors told her about them disabilities, she was 5 months. When they give you an amniocentesis during your pregnancy that late, they definitely fill you in with any disabilities or details. No one is to blame but the mother who chose to ignore me during that pregnancy." That right there took things to a whole different level. She also claimed she actually tried to help Junior get the care he needed, but Chrisean told her he was already in therapy, which she now says wasn't true. So now people are starting to question everything Chrisean has been saying because it's not lining up the way it used to. When you step back and really look at it, it seems like Carissa has been trying to stay involved and aware of Junior's condition this whole time. Yeah, she might come off harsh sometimes, no doubt about that. But from everything she's been saying, it sounds like she knows exactly what's going on. A while back, Carissa even went live and claimed that Chrisean's drinking and smoking during pregnancy played a role in Junior's condition. And that added even more tension to an already messy situation. Things took an even darker turn when people started connecting the dots and speaking up louder than ever. Folks weren't buying the silence anymore, and one person basically summed it up by saying, "We ain't all watch you and know exactly what happened. We ain't dumb. We know hernias and cleft foots and different problems like that. We know what that come from. We got kids." And that right there hit different because it wasn't just gossip. It was people speaking from real-life experience. They kept going too, pointing out how parents are usually warned about risks during pregnancy. They tell us when we're pregnant what to do, what not to do, what could happen, what could not happen, all of that, the person said, making it clear that this isn't new information. And then they brought up something that made the situation even more questionable. John already got 2 kids, and they came out perfectly fine, no issues at all. So now people are really asking, what changed this time? Then it got even messier because people started bringing up how everything played out publicly. We watched it on TV, we watched it, they said, basically calling out the fact that a lot of this wasn't hidden. It was right there for everyone to see. And even though they joked about how it was even available to watch like that, the point was clear. The internet didn't just make this up. People witnessed a lot of it firsthand. Now here's where things get really serious. Because a while back, some of Junior's alleged medical records got leaked online, and what was in those documents shocked a lot of people. According to those leaks, Junior allegedly has fetal alcohol syndrome, which is a condition linked to substance exposure during pregnancy. And that's not all. The documents also claimed he may have neonatal abstinence syndrome, which happens when a baby goes through withdrawal after being exposed to substances before birth. And once that information started spreading, people immediately started connecting it to past claims. It even had folks revisiting what Blueface had said before about Chrisean allegedly using substances while pregnant. And suddenly, everything started looking way more serious than people first thought. But it didn't stop there. The documents also allegedly listed multiple health concerns, including a seizure disorder, spasticity, and cortical visual impairment. And that's a lot for one child to be dealing with. On top of that, there was a full list of specialists recommended for Junior, including neurology, orthopedics, cardiology, gastroenterology, ophthalmology, pulmonary care, and even palliative care. That kind of list alone had people realizing just how deep this situation might actually go. Then came another shocking claim, that Chrisean allegedly didn't receive proper prenatal care during her pregnancy, and that tests around that time showed exposure to substances like opioids and more. And if that's true, it adds a whole new layer to why people are so concerned right now. And Carissa wasn't the only one trying to step in either. Chrisean's former friend Janet also spoke out and said she tried to help Junior get proper care through her own family connections. Janet explained that her cousin is a specialist who works closely with children dealing with developmental challenges, and she really tried to get Chrisean to accept that help. Janet said, "My cousin works with autistic children. She works one-on-one with all kinds of children. We offer the help as much as we can." But then she made a point that hit hard. You can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on in reality. And honestly, that's what a lot of people feel this situation comes down to. Then Moni Slaughter also added fuel to the situation by claiming Junior didn't even have a pediatrician. She said, "The baby doesn't even have a pediatrician. He hasn't been seen by one in almost a year." And that alone had people seriously worried because regular checkups are basic care for any child. She even claimed that Chrisean avoided taking him to a doctor because of fear that authorities might get involved, saying she believed CPS could step in if the situation was examined too closely. And if that's true, it could explain why there's been so much resistance to getting outside help. Meanwhile, whenever fans tried to raise concerns before, Chrisean would immediately shut it down. She responded by saying, "He could be talking, walking, playing football, everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with?" And even added, "Y'all don't know nothing about God. I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child." And while some people respected her confidence, Others saw it as her refusing to face reality. So now, when Carissa started speaking out and taking action, a lot of fans weren't even mad at her anymore. They actually understood where she was coming from. But at the same time, people also remember that her relationship with Junior hasn't exactly been perfect either. There was even that moment when Christian got arrested in court, and Junior was left without someone stepping up immediately. Carissa and Blueface's father were both there, but neither wanted to take responsibility at first, and things even got heated between them over it. One moment stood out where Carissa basically said she wasn't trying to be a babysitter, and that didn't sit right with a lot of people. But now, some are saying this might be the first time she actually put everything aside and focused on what the child needed most. According to an insider, Carissa allegedly set up a meeting involving Blueface, and once they were all together, she made her move. The insider claimed Carissa took Junior and rushed him straight to a pediatric specialist she believed could finally help him. That decision right there shows how serious she felt things had gotten, because she was willing to risk everything. But Christian caught on fast. As soon as she realized what was happening, she called the police and followed them all the way to the hospital. And just like before, things escalated quickly. Loud arguments, accusations flying, and a full scene unfolding right there in a place that's supposed to be calm. Next thing you know, police show up, Carissa gets arrested, and now she's facing multiple charges, including kidnapping of a minor. And that's where everything stands right now. Messy, complicated, and way deeper than it first looked. And honestly, this whole situation got people divided, emotional, and asking a lot of questions. So what do you think really went down here? Was Carissa wrong no matter what? Or was she trying to step in when nobody else would? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.